Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth.
Welcome, everyone, to the land of shutting your mouth and then not shutting your mouth and opening your mouth a bit more and saying probably a swear or something.
There are names, Jeremy. I was just moving myself because I felt like maybe there was a bit of jerkiness. But I think it's all right now.
You mean you are a jerk, if that's what you mean.
Some jerkiness
it's
here.
right there. There's the jerkiness.
Ooh, Folkestone. Yeah. That. Now we've got the lovely...
Tamsin didn't turn up on time last week, obviously.
Yes.
Lateness was noted.
Lovely, but I was enjoying it for a second time as well, actually. Seeing an overview, a flyover of the Lees. Or as Captain Brilliant calls it, the Lease. Because he's weird.
Why does he do that?
He does weird. No one. Ours is not the reason why. With Captain Brilliant, he does many strange things. Why did he stab his hand with a glass?
These are the questions. I mean, assumingly, the first time he said the lease, people went, "It's Lees," and that should have been enough to go right. Yeah,
it was me that said that. I said, it's the Lees, and he was like, yeah, the lease, and I was like, right, well, that's the end of that then, basically. But it is, yes, that is a flyover of the Lees in Folkestone, a bit of the beach. You can, in the background, you can see Borton Towers.
Yeah, because it's a local show for not local people.
For not local people.
Yes.
But welcoming everybody. Oh, Grimskull, welcome in. Lots of people here. Stephen, you're back in again, which is good to see. Harmstone, not so good to see. Keris is here. That's cool. Saw Tamsin was here. Saw Dr. Fruitbat. Saw Will was here. Loads of people's here. Probably missed some now.
The gang's all here.
Joe's here.
There are probably a few people that don't wish to make themselves known as well, and that's absolutely fine.
Feel free to lurk.
Just hang around, engage with whatever you want to engage with. Call whoever you want a cunt. Call whoever you want a wanker.
Yes,
it's up to you.
Mikey's here, I know that too. If you happen, because recently we were able to stream not just on Twitch but everywhere, you might be just sitting on Facebook and going, what is this bullshit? I'm going to click on it. Well, it's us, motherfuckers.
And you'd be right, it is bullshit.
It's myself, Alex, and Jez talking bollocks for a couple of hours, reading some shit out we found on the internet and commenting on it. So much content. So you're welcome to stay. You can chat or you can lurk. Whatever, just hang around, be part of this craziness we call episode 149 of Don't Get Me Started. Jeremy, that means next week is episode 150.
Indeed, yes. And we started a conversation about what we might do for that, and then got distracted and didn't finish the conversation.
Yes.
So,
I don't know what we're going to do for episode 150. It feels like we should do something, but nothing has been planned.
Nothing has been planned. I did float the idea of cocktails.
Oh!
You know, Don't Get Me Cocktailed. But then it suddenly dawned on me that would have to be heavy drinking on a Monday night, which, I mean, I could probably pull off, because I don't have to get up until middle of the day. You, however, may have something different to say about that.
Yeah, that might be harder.
Tuesday is one of your have-to-go-in days, right?
Oh, no, it's a stay-at-home day.
Oh, you'll be fine then.
I'll probably be okay, yeah.
You can be hungover.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Plus, the way, I've worked out how not to get hungover now, so...
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it not drink?
It's drink through it. You go out the other side.
Keep drinking. Yeah.
Keep drinking.
Perfect.
You're never drunk. You're never sober, so you never get hungover.
That works.
Just drink through it. Drink through.
Man, now I want a cocktail. Well, you can't have one because you'd have to leave the room.
Wait, you could go and get one immediately now, but it would require you to
leave us. You can't do that.
Do you know? Aletha was talking earlier about making a Rolodex of people she knows and the things they like, so that she could then work out the kind of thing she likes, the kind of thing they like, so she could come together as a kind of, what kind of people like the stuff that I like. I said,
but you realise you didn't have to do that because you keep that information in your head.
I do keep that information, but mind you, there are probably things you miss out being more nuanced. I said, so what would it be like if you have a Rolodex card for like Keris and it just says likes, not charging her phone and falling over, and that's literally all I could. I was like, oh shit, don't know anything much more about Keris. What is there more to know?
I mean, that is pretty much it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I was going to say, welcome in tonight. We've got so much on the list to talk about tonight. Preamble, that's now.
Oh.
Yeah, we're preambling. Like
we are ambling before something. That's
yes.
what pre means.
And we're going to do a bit of, going to have some, Today I Fucked Up. Love that. Am I the Arsehole? Much later on. And in the middle, shit, there's like confessions. There's controversial opinions. You'll probably stick something in the sea.
I'm going to press so many buttons.
It's
today.
a jam-packed night. Don't go anywhere.
I love pressing buttons, yeah.
Keris likes also include lifting far too much fucking weight.
Yeah,
that is.
Yeah, I mean, she carries my ass around most of the time, so yes, I'm pretty heavy.
Why a Rolodex and not an Excel spreadsheet? Then you can filter. Filter. It's for niche stuff that doesn't come up much, like has played Final Fantasy IV, so I can find someone to get my references when I come up with a joke. That is really useful.
I mean, if you're telling a joke and you have to then look into a Rolodex to realize, oh, who's going to enjoy this joke? It's probably not a very good joke.
Sometimes I'm like, I'll make a joke and I'm like, where's Curly? Shit, he's in Toronto. Yeah. Missy B, welcome in.
I do know what that's like, though. There are some certain people that will get a very certain joke, and you've got to have that person around, otherwise it's just lost on everyone. And that is pretty much my entire humour base, and I'm very disappointed in life most of the time.
I put together a lot of goals for this year. People who have been watching this before will be glad to know that I haven't used an empty book to do so.
I'm certainly glad to hear that.
Did not.
£20 saved right there.
Right in my pocket. It's 20 quid. That's where I keep my money, in this left hand pocket. No, I've done it all online, and I was thinking, well, I say online, on devices, digitally, because I did try to do various bits and pieces like that, and it always started with the best of intentions and then slide off. Maybe writing things down isn't my plan physically, but I have thought of going on Excel and charting all my stuff. So in a similar way, I will also have a spreadsheet full of useful shit.
See, I've tried all manner of things to try and organise my life, but then somehow I managed to convince myself that I'll just remember, which, for anybody that knows me, is probably the most hilarious thing I've ever said, because I will not remember. I barely remember what I did earlier today, let alone thinking about, oh yeah, I've said I would do this goal and I will evaluate that in 4 months. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I'm big on this. I don't want to get into it because it's not particularly funny. But yes, I'm big on setting goals and checking if I've done them and shit.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you do them, it's not particularly funny. If you fail miserably,
yeah,
that's hilarious.
I've got a good. Well,
have you failed anything miserably lately?
No.
Oh,
I've succeeded.
So yeah, it's definitely not fun.
But we haven't got very far, so I haven't failed. Right. Yes. So much to talk about. Thank you very much for coming in. I don't know what we're going to do next week, but maybe there will be drinks. Maybe they will do a Don't Get Me Cocktailed.
I mean, we'll probably have some drinks at least, you know. We haven't done a Don't Get Me Cocktailed in what will be 70 episodes.
Seems like we're due a Don't Get Me Cocktailed,
yeah.
A bit of a drinkity drink. We don't have a special guest, but maybe we'll find one. Maybe
the upside down cushion will make an appearance. It's very animated most of the time.
I found that only if I write it down while I remember it. I don't need to reread it usually. Just the fact that I wrote it down helps it stay in the memory. Yeah, when I was revising back in the day, one of the theories was like, yeah, once you write things and you do it, you process it, you keep it in your memory.
Yeah, I'd love to say that works for me. It does not. I can write it down. I can write it on paper. Or I can write it on my hand. I can write it on my forehead. I will not remember it.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. I'll remember it in 6 months because my long-term memory is incredible.
Right.
Short-term memory, just don't really have one.
Well, when I've made my incredible tracker on Excel, you can all have a copy of it.
I didn't think you could have trackers because Aletha's allergic to nuts.
That is true. But there's a chocolate chip one, so it's okay.
Fucking love a tracker.
Really
love a tracker.
So haps and naps are coming in, regardless if we weren't going to do that thing. But like, looks like we might have to talk about that shit. Yeah. Well, tell them to go fuck themselves. I don't give a shit.
I mean, I'm more on the tell them to go fuck themselves train personally.
I
like trains.
There is a Harmstone's like Gladiators, a rare example of a really good show, and he's talking about traitors. He only likes things that ends in tours. Gladiators, traitors. That's it. Don't tell me anything about Traitors, but we watched one episode of it.
Tours de France.
And it hasn't got very far, but as I was saying to you before we started, one of the women has already said that she studied as a psychic. And I'm like, fuck me. Honestly, come on. She studied. What is that, a 3-year course? How long did...
Got a PhD in psychic.
Yeah, right? What do you do? Postgrad? Is that a postgrad thing? They finally cast a psychic. And she's like, she's trying to give you her credentials of being a psychic. Can I just say, it's not real. You know it's bullshit, right? Does she really think it's... I haven't got further than episode 1, so like I say, don't...
I was going to say, he says, yes, they finally cast a psychic. There was also one in the, first season of the British Traitors.
I don't know.
There's been a psychic in all of the Traitors that I have watched from every country.
What I also like is I think there's some people who are like, oh, I just don't. At one point, they said, oh yeah, there's gonna be another traitor recruited, but we won't know who it is. And I'm like, yeah,
that's the
fucking point. It's got it. Oh, but we won't know who it is, will we? No, Marjorie, you won't know who it is. That's the point.
I love conversely when they go, I really don't think that you're really engaging in the trying to find the traitors. You haven't said who it is once. Like, no one knows who it is.
No one knows.
That's the point. I haven't called anyone out because I don't know who they are.
It's just, and at one point, this woman, the Northern Irish woman, whose name I can't. Oh no, I'm trying to think of her name because it came up in the, as I say, just one episode. But she's like looking at everybody, like really looking. And I'm like, and she,
Diane,
I can't do
names at the moment.
In her cutaway, she's like, well, I've been looking at everybody. There's always someone who's just like super scrutinizing. She's like scrutinizing. And then she speaks to the guy in the hat. And she's like, do you have any ideas? And he's like, oh yeah, I know who everybody is. Oh, I know who they all are.
Like, dude, shut
your mouth, mate. What the fuck? He hasn't said who it is. He said, oh yeah, I know.
There are only two ways that goes. You either out yourself as a massive fucking bell end, or you're killed immediately. Like, there is no positive outcome for saying, yeah, I know who all the traitors are. I've worked it out already.
It's like,
I know everything.
This traitor's like looking, side-eyeing.
Especially when he turns around and says, I'm not gonna name any names yet. I'm like, right, good. Traitors can just in case that you are really good. On it, let's kill the fuck you right now.
Talk
to make
less,
sure.
Smile more. Just don't fucking reveal it. Like, by the way, I just wanted to say I'm really excellent at rooting out traitors, and my job is a detective. I'm like, kill that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. If I'm like, I am
a behavioural analyst.
Yeah.
Analyst.
And I'd be like,
analyst.
I'm a milkman, and I don't know shit.
You're hired.
I'm just gonna sit in the back, and in every shot, I'm drinking milk. Just like, yeah, don't know. I don't have a fucking clue, mate. But I'm really good at tasks, so no one will vote me out. Perfect. That's the kind of person I'm going to be.
Ellie J with a line, who's a massive bell end?
Not you, Ellie.
But it sounded like she was like talking to her dog or something. Like, who's a massive bell end?
Who's a massive bell end?
Who's a massive bell end? You're a massive bell end.
Some people on Traitors, I don't know if you know the show. It's an English show. It's been around everywhere, so it's not just English.
The American Traitors started last week or a week and a half ago as well. So,
but
the second season of it.
Welcome in Brogan. I also saw Brogan's in. But yes, it's the fact that he's just like, oh yeah, I love these kind of guys who are really super arrogantly, oh yeah, I've been watching everybody. I know who they are. And I'm like,
just doing a scrolling.
Are you fucking kidding yourself? Why are you kidding yourself? Of course you don't know shit. There's a guy in the last year, who was just like, who was a magician and probably not a psychic so much as someone who said, it's my job to be able to read people so I know who everybody is. And I'm like...
Robo Rita, hello. Missed you, sorry. Hello. Good evening.
He's like, oh yeah, it's my job to be able to read people so I know exactly who everybody is. And I'm like, shit, mate, you are so too... I love it when they say it and they get it wrong. Mentalist. Yeah.
No, you're the mentalist.
It was just... And he was
the most mental.
Dating someone who was really nice and pleasant, and he was a dickhead. When I've been watching Love is Blind, right, as a little side thing, when it's been a while after Love is Blind, I go back on to see if these people are split up, because that's always fun.
And of course they have.
And such and such still together. And I really want to know if Alex and... oh, no, they're still dating! What the fuck is wrong with her? Honestly! Did she not watch the series back? That's the worst shit. Do you remember, like, last year, like, he outed them. They come in as a couple, but they weren't meant to be. They didn't say that they were a couple. And then in the middle of breakfast one day, he went, well, here's the thing, because some guy was hitting on his girlfriend too much, basically.
I don't think the most recent Love is Blind.
No, now I'm talking about Traitors.
Oh.
So, because in Traitors, I really
last year's
Traitors.
Last year's Traitors, the couple. Are they still together?
Yeah, are they still? And he's like, they are dating. But the couple in that, they went in separately, but they were secretly a couple. And then because she hadn't declared that she was a couple, not that it makes any difference, but one guy thought, oh, well, she's quite nice. I'll flirt with her constantly.
Yeah.
And then in the end, Captain Mentalist couldn't handle it, and he just stood up and he just went, I'm dating
by the
her.
way, this is my girlfriend. Apropos of nothing.
I'm dating her, just so you know. And everyone in the country just went, how? And
how, first of all, and also why? Why would you? Why
and
would
she
you just
was like, "Don't
this?
reveal
and she
this
was
shit."
Like, oh my fucking god, our game is fucking tanked.
You fucked it, mate. And it all fell apart after that.
Yeah, one of them was voted out immediately, weren't they? I can't remember which way round it went, and then the other followed pretty sharpish afterwards.
Oh god,
like fuck me. Yeah.
Anyway,
love the Traitors.
We just thought we'd talk about.
Absolutely love the Traitors. And yes, to go back to what started this off, last Wednesday's episode was incredible. I cannot wait for you to get to it.
I've got to watch it.
It was the best piece of reality television I have watched possibly ever. It was amazing. It was incredible. Yeah.
I do love these people who just like, in this first bit, there's like 22 of them in there, and they're like, oh, I know exactly who it is. I'm like, mate, the odds are not in your favour, mate. The odds is not in your favour. Wednesday is already extended for the best episode. So which episode is that going to...
I think that
the
is...
number is that going to be?
7 or 8.
Okay.
You'll know.
Oh, I'll know.
Oh, you'll know.
Oh, I'll know.
You're like, you'll be like, oh, I just watched it. Like, you will know.
Shit.
You will know. Because it is slightly outside of the norm of a Traitors episode. So you will... Yeah. You will know.
Anyway.
Shall we do a segment?
Yes, let's Tifu.
Checks notes. Yeah, that's what we've got first, isn't it? Okay. On to the first segment. It's the segment we like to call Today, I Fucked Up.
It was at this moment that Nathan knew. He fucked up.
Oh.
Being a bit weird today, Jeremy.
That did a weird, didn't it? Yeah.
The thing fucked up. If anything's going to fuck up... do you know, I'd like to confirm that I like it better if you had intentionally made the sting kind of fuck up. And that would be the reason why, but...
It was at this moment that Nathan knew. And it just stops. He fucked up?
Stare fucked up. Sourced from the Reddit of the same name, the subreddit Reddit of the same name. We're going to read these things out, and probably they're going to be fake. You'll all laugh hilariously.
Do you know, I don't think they are fake, really.
Hooray!
They're too pedestrian to be fake, but they are pretty cringy. The human condition, everyone.
I like
we
cringe.
All suck.
Yeah, we do.
Would you like to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
Today I fucked up by laughing in a dead serious meeting. Oh, shit me. I love it. Today I fucked up by laughing in a dead serious meeting. We've all done it. Sometimes I'll be in a meeting, actually, and someone will say something funny, and somebody won't laugh, but they'll kind of like cough, or they'll make a noise that sounds like they're laughing, and I'll think, oh, someone else has found that funny. So then I laugh as well. And did you want that? What did you want?
I've lost my Tifu, everyone. I don't know where I put it.
Is it this one?
I might have thrown it away. Bear with 1 second. I'm just going to go and raid the bin. You carry on.
I'm trying to work out if this is one of them.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah. I'm just not reading the... Excuse me 1 moment. Anyway, like I say, sometimes somebody says something at work. You know, they'll say something innuendo-worthy, and I'll be like, oh, I better laugh at that, but I can't laugh. And then somebody else sniggers, but actually all they did was sneeze. You find it?
Found it.
You threw it away.
I threw it away.
Let me carry on. I work a remote job.
Hang on.
I'm getting ready.
Hang on.
I work a remote job.
Hang on.
He threw it on the ground.
Yeah, it's because I put last week's notes on it, and so I was like, oh, we did that, but we didn't do that, so now I've got to read it on a scrambled piece of paper. As you were.
I work a remote job where we frequently meet with a big team over Zoom, and we have discussions on further developing stuff. not giving anything away about his job. Most people keep their mic muted when they do Zoom calls, unless it's their turn to talk. Good idea, because then there are lots of things you might accidentally do, because sometimes I forget myself and I just say things like, you fucking idiot.
Also,
why would you say that?
Do you really want to participate in this work call, or do you just want to sit back, let everyone else make a cunt of themselves, and then just go about your day like a normal person?
I spend my time at work mostly always muted.
Mostly
muted.
I mostly mute my Zoom.
Mostly. But yeah, because occasionally people will say something stupid, and I want to go, oh, you fucking idiot. But then I don't want to be that time. I say, sorry, Alex, did you have something to contribute? And I'll be like,
yes.
I want
this person is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, double down on that shit.
You've got to. If you get caught on this, you've got no option but to double
sorry,
down.
Did you hear me say something just there? Yes, Alex, we heard you say such was a fucking idiot. I'm like, well, did you need any further explanation? I think I may have cleared that one up.
Sorry, was there some static on the line? Allow me to repeat myself. What the fuck, you fucking idiot?
How do I watch on YouTube if that's an option?
It's a great question. YouTube.com/@DGMS Live, or just search for DGMS Live or Don't Get Me Started. And you will find it there live amongst all of the other platforms.
There you go. That's Vanessa asking.
You can also watch on Facebook or on Twitter or Twitch.
Yeah, or Twitch.
Depending on where you're watching. You asked the question on Twitch, so I assumed that you knew how to watch it on Twitch because that's how watching things works.
Yes. Yeah, if you do say something stupid, like I don't do that. I just don't. I shut my mouth. But sometimes I'm walking along the street and I say something stupid. I'm like, I probably shouldn't talk out loud. People think I'm insane. Anyway.
And they'd be right.
And they would be correct. Most people keep their mic muted when they do Zoom calls, unless it's their turn to talk. But we don't do that. So that bad things can happen. We don't do that in our team since we want the calls to feel more organic, i.e. everyone's talking over each other like dickheads.
Yeah, because nothing's organic like lag on a meeting between several different people. Yeah, you know.
What's that? No, you go ahead.
No, you go.
What I was going to say was...
okay, I'll go. Organic,
longer and shitter. Thank you very much for putting all that up there. That's all the answers you want. There is a senior manager in the company named Alex.
Figures.
Excellent name. This guy is the shining example of untreated adult ADHD. He basically has no self-control over what he says or when he says it.
Consistent.
I have no clue how he actually managed to climb that high up the Corpo ladder.
Corpo?
Oh, you cunt. Stop. I like the other guy more than you.
Stop.
Stoppo.
Canto.
Managed to climb that high up the Corpo ladder being like that. This incident is related to him. By the way, like, how people have got to where they are bemuses me on a daily fucking basis as well. I just think people are impossible to fire, and they just keep going up until they rise to the level of their incompetence or whatever it is.
There is a dynamic by which it's very difficult to fire someone nowadays, and so when they are not good at the kind of, entry-level menial job, they'll promote them out of it because that's the only way to actually make their business run smoothly. They'll put them in a position that sounds important, but it's not actually important. And they'll pay them more to be fucking useless. The Peter principle. Yes, indeed. It's basically how I'm employed, says Harmstone. I did wonder how that was consistently the case, that you remained employed. Thank you for explaining it.
Anyway, this is a relatively big call with 10 to 12 people in it.
That's Zoom Premium, I think.
10 to 12. It's so small a margin, you may as well just said 10. Was it really necessary that we might need to know?
There's 10 to 12 people. Perhaps 11, perhaps 13. Definitely not 14.
Variance.
And definitely not 9.
If he'd have said like 8 to 15, but why do you say 10 to 12? Oh, no, wait. You know when people tell a story and they get into the weeds? Oh,
Steve called in sick.
Yeah.
It was 9, actually.
Yeah.
Or 9 to 11.
Suddenly, the VP of the company joins the call. The vice president of the company joins the call.
Vice president.
Haven't they got better things to do? Things are going point by point, but Alex keeps jumping in the middle of people's points to add something, or, as always, find a problem for the proposed solution.
This does sound really consistent, actually. Is this you?
It might be me. Like, someone would mention something they want to do, And Alex would jump in and criticize it immediately. That doesn't actually sound like me. I'm not sure what you want it to be, but anyway.
That's showbiz, Alex.
Yes, that's showbiz. It sounds exactly like me.
Yeah.
Or suggest other ways to do it better before the work even started. This happens a few times, and every time Alex just keeps repeating the same point, his idea, over and over again. The problem for us was that this guy is the senior manager, so we would have to indulge stupid suggestions. Oh, God, I hate this shit. It gets so unbearable that the VP jumps in the middle of another interruption. The guy basically tells him to shut the fuck up so the conversation can keep going. The way he says it is very, very serious, as if it irritated him so much to hear all of these interruptions. Instantly, there is a huge silence from everybody. But I found the way he said it kind of funny, so I couldn't help but laugh uncontrollably. And frickin' Zoom brings my image up as the main speaker in that moment.
Yes.
Laughing like an idiot. I realised immediately that this wasn't a joke. And the dude actually meant for him to actually stop talking. Well, what else do you think he was going to do? So the smile awkwardly vanishes from my face while my image is big on everyone's screen. There was a big shared moment of cringe, mega cringe for me. It lasted for a few seconds. Alex didn't speak again. That seems like you've solved the problem. I wanted to dig a hole and escape to China. TLDR, my boss's boss told him to shut the fuck up in a big meeting with the team, and I laughed at the way he said it, thinking it was a joke. Did you think it was a joke? Or did you just laugh because
it was funny?
It was funny.
Yeah.
Because doing that is...
even if it isn't a joke, somebody being put in their place that won't shut the fuck up is
The
hilarious.
VP just went, excuse me, can I just say, Alex, would you mind shutting the fuck up and letting other people speak? It is funny.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, absolutely. I will do that.
I thought it was that eventually someone gets promoted into a job they didn't have the training to do and thus get stuck there as they can't get promoted anymore, thus filling companies with people who are being paid for a job higher than their level of competence and thus feel they mustn't leave lest they take a demotion as they can't actually do the job they're being paid over the odds to do.
Yes, that is the dictionary or, encyclopedia definition of the Peter Principle.
I mean, you don't... I don't know that this is fake, but there's just I don't see a reason why you would need.
I don't feel like you need to be embarrassed either. I feel like that was consistently hilarious.
Yeah. I wouldn't. The one who wants to be embarrassed is the person who has
got
been
told
called
to shut
out.
the fuck up by their VP of the company.
Bollocked on a call of between 10 and 12 people. Well, 13 when the VP joins.
Well, 12 because Steve was off.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We've got to get that sort of thing right. Yeah. Oh, my God. I mean, you don't work in an office, so you don't get... I
have worked in an office.
You have to put up with people like this.
The kind of Zoom shit. But I've had this kind of shit in person. And that's almost worse because then they can definitely see you laughing when they're told to shut the fuck up.
This doesn't tend to happen at my place of work, actually. People tend to just stay on...
Well, they can't get a word in edgeways over you, can they?
Correct.
So, yeah, and nobody's there to tell you to shut the fuck up.
No, because I'm in charge. But normally it's because everyone's on mute. Because nobody can be able to talk. They just want the meeting to be
end.
over. Like so many people. Yeah. Are you going to go for yours?
I will do my crumpled, already discarded Tfue, yes. Today I fucked up my student's future. See? Something that isn't funny is funny. It's funny. Today I fucked up my student's future.
Man, this doesn't sound good.
This happened a few hours ago.
Did you teach them the alphabet wrong? Is that what it was? How old is this student? And they're 5 years old. It's like AGPQKLY. It's like, oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I'll write that down.
You work in a kindergartner. They walked in through the door and you immediately blinded them. That's definitely fucking up their future. You tripped them over and
100%.
They fell and
in the
broke
sandpit.
Their skull. Yeah. This happened a few hours ago. And honestly, I feel so bad that I don't know what to do. I have a student named Ron that I have been working closely with for the past few months. Ron is shy and reserved, but for some reason, he took a liking to me.
Okay.
I've gotten to know him well, whereas most people in our department barely know him. And he's honestly a bright student. Ron sheepishly told me that he was applying for a grad school and asked me if I would write him a letter of recommendation.
A grad school, like is that undergraduate college?
I don't know, man. I don't speak American. Grad
No, speak
school.
Americano. A graduate.
I think it might be a postgraduate school, yes.
Okay. Not like not like just straight into college.
Straight out of college.
Straight out of college. Crazy motherfucker called Ron.
I don't know what a grad school is.
It doesn't matter. I guess
another school extra to the school they're currently in.
Yes, they're going to go somewhere.
It's a schooly school rather than just a school.
This person wants them to write him a letter.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was applying for grad school and asked me if I would write him a letter of recommendation. I said yes, but of course I waited until the night before the recommendation letters were due to begin writing them.
The fuck? What?
Yeah, of course. I have templates that I use for recommendation letters. They all say university in the place of the school. And I have naming conventions that I use so I don't get the schools mixed up. None of this makes sense.
No, I mean,
keep talking.
No, none of it makes any fucking sense. No wonder you fucked this shit up. I think
it's the school that they're applying to is what he means. So he's got like a mail merge, and it's like, so what school is Ron applying to? He wants to go to Oxford. You put Oxford in the box, and it replaces the word university with Oxford all the way through it, or something.
Okay. Grad school. Ellie. Thank God you're here.
Thank God there's an American here to tell us what a grad school is.
Grad school is the next level of college after undergrad. Grad school is where you get your master's in whatever.
We just call that university.
But they're saying college at university. So it's after, undergrad. You could stay at university for your master's.
So if you're getting your master's in grad school, it's just...
Okay.
Yeah, it is post-grad.
Post-grad.
Yeah, because you grad, whatever.
Grad.
Just call it masters.
Grad.
Who gives a fuck? Right. Mail merging and shit. Very exciting stuff.
Oh, God.
And I have naming conventions that I use so I don't get the schools mixed up. It's usually something like student initials, school initials, year, month, final copy. Mate.
You're making this way too complicated.
Yeah.
By the way, when they say, I have naming conventions so I know what school it is it the name of the school? I use a naming convention.
Had you considered just writing down the name of the school when it is given to you by the student instead of applying this level of fucking mindfuckery to it? That's probably why you fucked up.
I feel my mind has been fucked.
Without lube.
Yes.
Ron is applying to some schools that are hard to get into. Right, so it's several letters of recommendation in much the same way as when we apply for university, you apply to 5 schools. So rather than writing individual recommendations, they've mail merged that shit and then it automatically fixes it. I kind of understand what this cunt is doing now. Okay. Ron is applying to some schools that are hard to get into, so I made sure to look over the documents in detail before I sent them.
Did you?
So how did I fuck up?
That's what we're all asking.
In my haste, I didn't realise that one of the recommendation letters was actually just the template. It still had university in the place of the school name. The year was wrong on the template, and his full name was missing. It straight up looked like the recommendation letter was submitted by some off-brand ChatGPT.
What a stupid thing to say as well. Off-brand, oh my God, off-brand, like, oh my God. Fucking shut up.
Other ChatGPTs are available.
Listen, carry on.
I frantically tried to correct my mistake, but it was too late. They wouldn't let me resubmit. Luckily, the rest of the recommendation letters that I sent to his other schools were without errors. But I cannot stop thinking that I messed with Ron's future, and he definitely won't be getting into that school. Now I'm wondering if I should tell him what I did, or if I should just remain silent. TLDR, please. I submitted a college recommendation letter for a student that looks like it was written by a robot, and possibly met up any chance that he had to get into that school. I mean, it was written by a robot, because clearly you are a robot.
You are a robot. I
cannot write a personalised letter, must mail merge this shit, and do things unnecessarily.
He says,
This is like if Fraser wrote a Tifu.
I looked at them really carefully.
Except I didn't.
And there's only 5 of them, mate. And by the way, at least the guy's name wasn't on it, because the student's name wasn't on it. It was just, it's clear that, they probably get this quite a lot. Templates go in and blah, blah, blah. But you just ring them up, surely, and just go, hey, bit of an issue. Can't you contact the college?
Yeah, if the college holds the student
submission
responsible for this, for something that the teacher did as a fuck-up,
yeah,
you probably don't
just
want to go
call them up
anyway.
and you just go, hey, this is teacher such and such from such and such college. I sent this thing in, but I sent I sent that. Obviously, they know you've got templates. It's like, I've got a template for this sort of stuff. I merged it all together. It didn't work, and I sent it off. Can we just do that again? Yeah, sure. Too much of it, honestly. Does this person know what a fuck up is? I mean,
the fuck up happened when they started trying to overcomplicate the situation rather than just writing some letters and sending them off. What's wrong with a pen and paper nowadays, eh? Probably don't accept.
Why are you trying to mail merge this shit? Find and replace it if that's what you feel like. Just, oh my God. Just find and replace. The rest of it will stay where it is. Control F. Just, you know.
Control H is replace, actually. You can find it, but if you want to replace it, it's Control H.
I normally Control F and then I hit replace, but that's good. Actually. But he didn't do either.
I think you'll find it is Control H, Alex.
I'm going to use that every time now.
I stopped then because it really seemed like you had a thought.
No, all I could think of was this person. I mean, when it says fucked up this person's future, they really overplayed their hand a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely think that the blind kindergartner is probably worse off than this person.
Yes.
They've got 4 other schools for a start.
Let's move on from this. I can't screw this one up because it's got my notes about where we're going next in it.
Yes. I mean, you can. Then you can go and get it from the bin.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Still reading this thing.
Luckily, it was the recycling, so I didn't have to delve through your coffee grinds.
I don't feel these were mega fuck ups, really.
Minor.
I'm not complaining at your sourcing of the I'm pretty sure we could find bigger.
I'm pretty sure we could fuck up much better than this.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Well, maybe we should. Maybe we should go on a mission of fucking uppery and report back next week.
As someone who has written these kind of things, it gets a pain when you have loads and loads of pupils, but it's also tough shit. Do your job. The thing about this is I left it until the last day.
The last minute. That's what you get then, isn't it?
Oh my God. That's what your students do, right? You're meant to be better than that. It's like, well, I left it until the last day and then I fucked it up with no time to spare. That's the other thing about this. They don't really come back to. It's like, by the time I fucked it up, there was no time to resubmit because it was the last day and the clock had run out. They didn't say that, but that's what
the thing is as well, is surely if you were actually going to make an effort to recommend this student for a university, you would have to actually know what the specialism of that university is and why that university would be best for the student and why that student would be best for the university. But you've just El Generico'd this to the nth degree. And
is it a Mexican university?
It is, yes. Yeah. It's in Guatemala.
It's a real name, real place.
It is. It's fun to say. Guatemala. Say it. Go on.
Guatemala.
See, it's fun, isn't it?
It was fun. Fun to come out of my mouth. Shall we move on to point 3 on this?
Point the third. I don't know where my notes are. I threw them away. Right. Yes, I will. The third order of business on this, the 149th episode of Don't Get Me Started, is
get in the sea.
Yes.
Won't you come with me? Gonna eat it in the sea. Won't you come with me? Gonna throw it in with glee. If you really, really hate it and you'd love to desecrate it, won't you come along with me and put it in the sea?
I felt like you were doing the drum and bass version then. Like,
Yeah, no, I wasn't, but I was just like really into the sea. I was into it. That's all I could say. Get in the sea. When we put shit in the sea that is fucking us off. I don't actually have anything to put in the sea. Maybe
I do.
Other people want to put things in the sea, but you do.
I've got something to put in the sea. It will need to be checked because I feel like, again, I might have already put this in the sea. You'll have to let me know. El Spreadsheeto. Everything's Mexican today.
Everything's Mexican.
Yes. Unnecessary traffic lights.
Unnecessary traffic lights.
Unnecessary traffic lights.
Oh, I was going to say, is this because there are traffic lights at the bottom of your road?
It is because there are traffic lights at the bottom of my road, and they do not need to be there, let me tell you, because they had a problem. There was a gas leak, like some kind of pipe issue.
That does sound bad.
So they shut the road, fair enough, dug it up, fixed it, tarmacked it back down, and now the traffic lights are still fucking there a week later.
That's shit.
I don't really understand what the fuck is going on. Also, there is no need for there to be a 4-way traffic light thing. So, at the bottom of my road, traffic light, main road at the bottom, 2 traffic lights, and then another side road traffic light. I'm like, fuck off, man. Just traffic lights on the main road, and then the people coming out of the minor roads will work it out. Or just don't. Just don't fucking do traffic lights and let people wild west it. Have you ever been to a normal set of traffic lights on a morning and they're out? They're not working.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's glorious.
It's the Wild
because
West,
shit
yeah.
just fucking works.
You just go.
Traffic lights are pointless. Fuck traffic lights, man. They're
In other
shit.
countries, people drive like maniacs and they seem to get away with it.
No, that's not other countries, Alex. That is here.
I mean, the number of things that we have said in Get in the Sea, which are all about
If we were to
drivers.
look at the things in the sea as a percentage of road-related things, I would say it's probably about 63.7%.
Wow.
Maybe 63.7 to 63.9.
That's very, very detailed.
That's about probably the number.
Well, I think you're right. I mean, this unnecessary
Traffic lights.
things that stay around too long, that overstay their welcome.
That's definitely a theme of Get in the Sea.
That needs to. Yes, I think you should put in the sea unnecessary traffic things.
Yeah. Lights.
Lights.
They're lights, Alex. They've got bulbs in and everything.
I thought maybe there'd be other things that would also outstay their welcome, but lights are really the thing.
Fair enough. And Harmstone has checked and cannot see it in there. So it's there now. Unnecessary traffic lights.
Sploosh. Toasty bread, says Keris. That is too tall to fit in the toaster. You could have named your bread anything, but you named it Toastie when it doesn't even fit in the toaster. Rah!
I have not found a bread labeled Toastie that will fit in the toaster.
Is your toaster just not deep enough? How deep is your...
How deep is your toast?
Is your toaster
How
deep is your toast?
It is a standard size toaster, much like any other toast you would find in any other kitchen in the country, both this and probably other countries. Like, I've seen American toasters, they're pretty much the same as ours. I've seen French toasters, they're about the same as ours.
Yeah, I like French toast.
German toasters.
Do you pour the egg in with it?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds nice. That sounds good. I'd love to try that.
Yeah. So unless it's, one of those industrial, like, slide the bread in and it that puts it on a little conveyor type thing, which is pretty epic, to be fair, but we're not all rich, so we can't all have that.
No, we don't have the space either, probably.
Like Alex does. But yeah, toasty
have a whole
bread.
room for it.
You'd think it would be perfect toaster size, or at least a standard toaster size, but no, you've got to have it sticking out the top, or you've got to like cut a bit off.
Have you tried turning it sideways
and sticking it straight up my candy ass? I have not.
God, I can't speak for it. Have you shining it up real nice? No, literally turning it sideways. Hey, Mojo Jojo, welcome in with the raid. We're just talking about toast. Toast.
Do you like toast?
Do you like bread?
Dear raiders.
Do you like it heated up? Come in. We're talking about shit that annoys us that we're going to put in the sea. So if you have something that you hate, something that annoys you, just put it in the chat. We'll talk about it. I love toast.
Who doesn't love toast?
But Mojo, thank you very much for the raid. It's really good to see you. I haven't seen you for ages. What if you couldn't fit the bread in the toaster? That's the problem. That's the problem we've got at the moment.
And I think Karis's main problem is that they label it toasty. And that's the only function that it cannot fucking do.
Yes.
It cannot be toasted because it doesn't fit in the toaster.
It doesn't even fit sideways. So here's the thing. I always just put the toast, any bread, in its vertical bread-like way, right? I never put things sideways. I've always put, like, there's your toast. It's a rectangle, effectively.
I think we might have had this conversation
with Aletha.
With Aletha before.
Yeah.
And you have a gargantuan toaster or something.
Well, I don't know that I'd never thought that we had I mean, it's not my toaster. I don't really own one, but it's Aletha's. And Aletha always puts hers in sideways. And I never knew that anyone did this. So she was like, why are you... One day, I put the bread in the toast straight down. And she was like, what are you doing? And she's...
straight down, as in, like... The top bit of crust at the bottom.
No, just like straight vertically downwards.
Oh, great. I thought you were some kind of psychopath.
I mean, I am, but not for that reason. So, like, I put it in like this, like everyone would really, except for Aletha. And
my toaster is extra wide in length and girth. All right, no need to fucking brag, is there?
So I've always put it down to like vertically, like the little bit of the bread at the top, like the way it's orientated in the packet. So like it goes in the top. And
I think we understand the orientation of bread now. Thank you.
Just really because I sensed you were going to take the piss again, so I wanted to be clear. And also we keep getting interrupted.
I will definitely take the piss again.
But then Aletha said, "Why do you put it that way round?" And I went, "What?" She went, "Why are you putting that way round?" I said, "What are you talking about?" And I took it out and rotated it through like the x-axis effectively,
Nice.
And put it back in again. Truly
did
believing
you kind of
that's what she meant.
Look at her dead in the eyes.
Like, what are you talking about? And she's like, "No, like through 90 degrees." And I'm like, "Why on earth would you need to do that? Just put it in like the thing." She's like, "Because it pokes out the top if you don't." And I was like, "Oh." And I'm like, I've never put it in. I've never rotated my bread through 90 degrees.
Never have I ever rotated my bread through 90 degrees.
And I get the toasty stuff, and it does go in. So either maybe you need a better toaster. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I would share your pain, except that we have the same. I have toasty bread, and it goes in, but mine has to go sideways. It can't go down. It doesn't go down, which it should. The proper orientation of bread surely should just be straight down. That's the way that God intended bread to be. Are you saying through 90 degrees? Yeah, 90. You turn it through 90 degrees, yeah?
Yes, it is mathematically sound, his sentence.
Yeah.
Rather than it being upright bread with the main crust at the top.
With the crusty bit at the top.
He rotates it 90 degrees.
And then
slides it down.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I know that sometimes the maths on this show is questionable, but in this case, it is spot on, 90 degrees.
But surely Toastie named bread should fit in all UK toasters.
I'm with you. And I've got the power here because I'm the one with the mouse. Yeah, fuck him.
But why through? Why is it through 90 degrees? You turn it through. That's just the way you say it, I think. I don't think we need to worry too much. It's probably a very UK way of saying.
It might be a UK way of saying
it. Turn it through 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Because it just turn it 90 degrees. But that is just how it's phrased. I'm not going super crazy, am I? But no, it's just an English. It's just an Englishism.
Another Mexican themed statement. Super crazy.
super crazy.
The great luchador.
I wanted you should start saying it, Ellie. I never say through.
Shut up, Joe.
But Joe's a proper scientist, so she hasn't got time for embellishments. Whereas the thing about me, Ellie, is I love little stupid, unnecessary, extra frivolous words in the middle of my sentences.
That's rude, and you know it's rude, but also
weird.
Accurate. Yeah. Anyway, yes, toasty bread too big for the fucking toaster. C.
Joe's not learned from her previous seclusion from being a science.
She has not. No, she's skating on thin toast. Let me tell you.
I mean, Kerry says, of course, yeah, right. What the fuck's going on? It's not. The thing about it is that I haven't tested a lot of toasters. I don't know. I've never possessed enough toasters to really know. I'm sorry. It's a natural impulse. Surrey holding over us.
I was going to say,
is it posh in Surrey?
If you're going to do levels of cunt in terms of the south of England, I think Surrey beats Kent hands down. To be honest, we've got a bit common in Kent.
What's the best toast topping?
Oh, I mean, it's not a C conversation.
No, but I do want to talk about it.
Maybe
we should leave C now because we could talk about the toast. Because I don't think anyone's got anything else that needs to go in the C.
Nobody else suggested anything,
so we could
we're good to move on. We don't want to be talking about this all night anyway. No, so yeah, right. New topic: toast toppings.
Put it in the chat. What's your favourite toast topping?
What is your favourite toast topping?
Me? Probably beans. I do bloody love beans.
I thought you were going to say beans.
Beans. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure that is a true toast topping.
Cheese is good.
You can put it on toast, obviously. You can put anything on toast if you try hard enough. But, I'm more thinking stuff in a jar that you spread. A spread, if you will.
Peanut butter clears. Is that what that says from Brogan?
What's the clears bit?
I don't know whether that's a typo.
Oh, as in clearly. I would say he's being all straight. Peanut butter
I thought
clears.
Maybe there's a thing. I have not heard that phrase.
Peanut butter clears.
Oh, I bloody love peanut butter, but unfortunately, Brogan, I am unable to have peanut butter lest I kill Aletha.
I mean, you can. Nut allergies are fictional anyway, aren't they? Let's be honest.
I know, right? Does French toast count? I learned to make it recently, and I can't stop. It's just too good. Now, is that just like
I don't think it does count as a topping, but it is fucking epic.
Do you fry the bread in a pan with egg? Like a mixed up egg, like it's going to be scrambled egg? Or...
Yeah, and it just becomes one with the bread, doesn't it?
It becomes one with the bread.
Yeah.
Biscoff spread had me smile on a bad day. That is a good spread.
The Biscoff spread is a bit too sweet for me. It just hurts my teeth.
Me too. Otherwise, peanut butter and honey?
No.
Is that the sound you make me try and swallow it?
Yeah.
It just gets, that's the sound it makes it stuck in your mouth. That's
the most cloyy thing in the world. Like, peanut butter's already cloying, honey's already cloying, and you just put it in your mouth and it just immediately shuts your air hole.
Even the word cloying sounds a bit cloying.
Like, I like both of those things. No, not together. Not together.
Crunchy peanut butter.
I prefer a smooth peanut butter.
I used to be, as a kid, I was only smooth, and I couldn't work out why people had crunchy. And then I had it when I was an adult, and it blew my mind. And now I love crunchy peanut butter.
I do like crunchy peanut butter, but I hate having to fuck around, like pulling stuff out of my teeth for days afterwards.
I want some. God damn you, Aletha.
And I know people are like, oh, just brush your teeth. And I'm like, yeah, but then you negate the peanut butter taste in your mouth. So there's no point having peanut butter if you then have to go and brush your teeth afterwards, is there?
So many great things coming. Maybe we should have done a
Marmite, says Will. Where do you stand on Marmite?
I'm all right with it.
I like Marmite.
What I would say about it is I was cleaning out some of the cupboards the other day, and I found some and just chucked it straight in the bin.
I also, the other day, went to make myself some Marmite on toast.
Yes.
And as opposed to actually putting the Marmite on my toast...
Yes.
I
ate it.
I threw the Marmite directly onto the floor by accident, and the glass just fucking smashed, and there was no Marmite on toast. So, yeah. I like Marmite on one slice of bread, peanut butter on another slice of bread, and then you take alternating bites.
That sounds crazy.
That sounds good. The mix of flavors is good. And obviously Marmite agree, because Marmite now make Marmite peanut butter, and it's a mix.
Hey, Rat Freak. Hey, Dom. How's it going? Used to have carrot and peanut butter sandwiches for packed lunch.
Why does Dom always turn up and immediately make things fucking weird? Carrot and peanut butter.
It's true, you do, Dom. You come in and you're like, by the way,
there's this weird fucking
this
thing.
Strange
Kaboom!
Shit. He drops in a weird bomb, and then he doesn't peace out, but eventually he will.
Yeah. I don't think he's a real person. I think he just is like an off-brand chat GPT that immediately comes in and drops the weirdest shit at the most opportune times. Yeah.
Marmite is awful to try and clean up. It's like tar. Yeah, if you accidentally bloop a bit on the side, you're like, oh, fuck me.
Had you considered putting it on the toast and eating it instead? Then you don't have to tidy up.
I've come to a point where, like, I need to declutter bits and pieces of Borton Towers, and I've come to the conclusion that if I haven't used it in a while, or if it's taken up space, then it's getting binned. So I went through, in order to fit more stuff in the cupboard that we were using, I went through the cupboard and I was like, no, I don't need 2 French's mustards. One of them's going. I don't need this, and that looks fucking horrible. And I got to the Marmite and I was like, well, neither of us even knew this existed, so it's going in the bin. So I made...
See, I did something similar the other day, in that I went to make a meal for my daughter, and she piped up that she wanted soup.
Oh.
And she said, can I have carrot and coriander soup? And I said, no, we don't have any. You can have vegetable, minestrone, or minestrone, as I prefer to call it.
Okay.
Or tomato. Just like, okay, I'll have vegetable, please.
There's a lot of vegetable stuff going on here.
Yeah, vegetable soup. So then I took the vegetable soup, opened it up, poured some into a bowl, and it was a solid mass. Looked at the bottom of the can. Expired in 2022.
Just people not eating any soup in your
Sorry,
house.
child, no soup for you. And then that took me to looking through all of the tins and random shit in the cupboard that are supposed to last forever. And yeah, a lot of shit thrown out.
Can you just go? Because I want to see.
I will. Yeah, there's
Joe's.
a lot of good chat here.
When we were kids, my brother once chucked a jar of Marmite at me to put away. I thought he was going to be like, he was so angry with you. He's like, fucking take this, Joe. Which I can understand.
Marmite Hadouken!
I've met Joe, so I can totally understand that. I dodged Marmite and glass all over the floor. He got in trouble because he should have known I can't catch.
I mean, yeah. Throwing something to someone is not the way to put it away. Put this away!
Think fast! ChatGPT says the best topping for toast depends on personal preference.
Fuck off, ChatGPT, you non-committal twat.
But popular choices include butter, jam, avocado,
Fuck off, ChatGPT,
or cream cheese.
you avocado twat.
People do have avocado on toast. Now that I think about it, I do
Cunts
like that.
have avocado.
Yeah,
on
I
toast.
do.
Case in point. Thank you for
Proof be if proof be needs be.
proving my point right
I
there.
want some now, actually. Fuck. Thanks, ChatGPT. You've reminded me that avocados exist. If anyone ever tells you to mix Weetabix with hot milk, ignore them. You are forever sacrificing that bowl to the remains. Mankind has not made a hardier, grippier substance.
Mm.
Yeah, no.
Never have I ever, but I believe you.
No more nails has nothing on.
Yeah, I mean, like porridge or like microwave oats is bad enough. They've got to leave that to soak for 10 years.
I made a banging guacamole, and if that makes me an avocado twat, then so be it.
Dr. Fruitbat, you are absolutely an avocado twat.
Can I just say, though, he's just got really obsessed with making French toast, and we still haven't been round to his new place. So, listen, this sounds like breakfast.
I'll come for French toast. I'm not coming for fucking guacamole.
Yeah, I thought that's fine, right? But, like,
Guacanole.
breakfast at Fruit Bats, that lesser-known Audrey Hepburn film. We're going to go Moon River, and in the morning, there he is, in just nothing but a sexy bathrobe, presenting French toast to me.
And I said, what about breakfast at Fruit Bats? He said, I think I'll give you guacamole. I said, fuck you, man. That sounds like bullshit. So I walked out of there. And now I'm back here.
That sounds like something you would... I thought you were going to say, he said, what are you doing in my house?
Just cuts dead.
Just did we segue into controversial opinions? Almost. What about breakfast at Fruit Bats? I think we should have breakfast at Fruit Bats. That would be amazing. That would be great.
Right now.
Yes.
If we leave, where does he live again?
Up country.
Up country. It's all up country, Alex. We're in the southeast.
I don't want to give it too far away because that would be bad.
I mean, a county is... you're not going to dock someone with a county.
Manchester.
Right. That's not a county, but still not doxing.
Greater Manchester.
77 Manchester Street, Manchester.
Lancashire.
Is it Lancashire?
Yes.
I can never tell which is Yorkshire, which is Lancashire.
I mean, you did trip me up on, like, that's not a county, and then I said the county.
It's all fucking north.
Anyway. Fucking
Greater Manchester. There's nothing greater about Manchester. Stop calling it that.
Manchester.
There's nothing great about it. Greater, no. None of it. I've been to Manchester too. There's nothing great about it. Not anymore.
Maybe next week we could do a
toast taste test.
Yes.
Triple T.
And I can spit the toast out of my mouth.
That said, I might have something for us to try next week. Conversation that took place in our Discord earlier, !Discord if you're watching on Twitch and you'd like to join that. Tamsin happened upon Christmas pudding crisps. And while your face did that, mine went, And so I, through the medium of Jaeger having time to go to town, I will have some of those crisps, and I think we should try them.
Through the medium of Jaeger having time to go to town?
Yeah.
I mean, he lives in town.
Yeah, exactly.
Put his hand outside and took him from Sainsbury's.
Yeah. Celebrating 150 episodes with a toast. Literally. I fucking love this.
A toast.
We're celebrating with a toast.
We'll put something together for next week's episode, but if you do have suggestions, then do feel free to put something in the chat and Discord.
Cocktails based on things you put on toast.
I want some toast now. I'm really tempted to go and put some on.
With his la-di-da toaster that
accommodates
all different
all
types
angles.
of toast.
Yeah. I'm basically going to turn it through 270 degrees.
I mean, why not go the whole hog and just turn it through 360 degrees?
Where it doesn't fit. Actually, it does. Of course, it does. It all fits. Just don't get toasty bread. It'll be soggy from the sea. I have it. It's over there.
What, the orange packet Warburtons? Other shit toasty breads are available.
No bean cocktails. No, you're okay there, Joe.
Yeah, we've already done a bean cocktail.
I can't do it again. It wasn't really that nice.
We even did sciencey prick cocktails for you for episode 60. Don't get me started.
I mean, with 150 episodes, we might want to review something that's happened in the last 149 episodes, as it were, but 20 toast toppings based on beans. Beans.
Yeah. Shall we move on?
Please.
I think Karis did read our minds a little bit and tried to segue us quite nicely, because we are going to move into the segment, if I can find it, there it is, that we like to call Controversial Opinions.
Controversial opinions, we hear them every day. You think you know best, no one cares what you say.
And if that isn't a sentiment that we can all live by, no one cares what you say.
No one cares what you say.
Yeah, controversial opinions. People have them. We tell them whether they're spot on or whether they are indeed controversial.
You can join in and say what you think. That's
Yeah.
literally the point. Otherwise, it may as well just be a fucking podcast if you're not talking. So, yes. So, say your opinions loudly in the chat.
Especially if they are controversial. Otherwise, it's just opinions. That's not the name of the segment.
No.
Oh, this is a controversial opinion from Aletha. Traitors is shit.
Traitors is not shit!
It's not shit. You're wrong.
I don't think you're going to get anyone that agrees with you, Aletha. I mean, by the way, I love it. You know, someone should have
Everyone's entitled to their opinion, even if it's a wrong opinion. You know?
objectively wrong. Maybe this will be the year where I turn her to the dark side.
Through 90 degrees.
Well, we have to lie down to watch it. It's in the bedroom. So, yes, she goes from vertical to this way. Yeah. Controversial indeed. Then.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe she isn't concentrating on it enough. So turn her back through another 90 degrees so she's sat back up again.
Yes.
And just make her watch it, eyes wide open, looking forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking it all in.
I think we know the episode title. What, Turn Through 90 Degrees?
I think actually that could be. Let me write that down.
Oh, what was it we were talking about the other day? I think it might have been just me and Aletha talking about this. We were talking about when people say something turned them around 360 degrees. Like, do you know what? I had a complete change of opinion. Turn me right.
I did a complete 360.
I did a complete 360.
So you're saying you're exactly where you were
going.
before.
We just kept saying it constantly. Oh, I love it. So it's like, yeah, I did a complete 360. I did a 360.
Yeah.
So I think everyone should say it all the time.
It's 180, cunt! Yes.
Do you know why they call it the Xbox 360? I don't.
Because it's got a ring on the front.
If you like it, should have put a ring on it. A red
they
ring.
did.
They
red.
did.
And it
fucking
stops your
breaks.
fucking thing working.
Fuck Xboxes. Put Xbox in the fucking sea. No, it might improve.
I loved my Xbox 360 and I was truly gutted the day that it red ringed.
Yeah, when mine red ringed and my friend said, oh yeah, they just kind of do that. It's kind of, they know it's a thing.
You're like,
does
no.
it.
There is no, they just kind of do that. I've spent hundreds on this fucking thing. I play it every day. And now I've got to send it to Xbox for a fucking, month?
Fuck
6
off.
weeks? Fuck off. Just make it not do that anymore.
Because when you see it, you turn 360 and walk away. Straight over it.
Spoken like a PlayStation
Fuck.
cunt.
I will never own an Xbox for the rest of my life.
I still own an Xbox.
Wow.
I decided to be fully tribal, and instead of choosing between PlayStation and Xbox, I got both.
Yeah.
That's how that works. It's much better. Anyway, your controversial opinion is wrong, Aletha. Thank you very much for your shit contribution. Here is one that I think is going to piss off a certain segment of our
Viewership.
community.
Xbox is shit. I agree.
The Cockney accent isn't real.
There's more to it. There's more. That's not
There
the
is
end
more,
of it.
yeah.
That's not.
I need a drink now. I've gone all red.
I gotta.
Uh.
Just let that fucking. Just. Oh, I never thought about this, but I'm so on board. Carry on.
I don't think I can say it again without you laughing again. You might want to take that out of your mouth.
Follow.
The Cockney accent isn't real. It probably used to be real at one point, but nowadays it's just an affectation adopted by cunts. thoughts, opinions? Any dissenting contributions from the chat?
Oh, so true. When I went to London years ago, when I was a child, my great uncle, I think, and various other members of that side of the family took me all the way around London. I got pretty obsessed with London as a kid because we went and stayed in London. We're in Bethnal Green, whee, just down the road from where the Crays live. Whee. And I was like...
There was a little much TH in what you said then.
I don't... Well, I'm not very good at it.
It's Bethnal.
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 Very good.
An F sound in the middle, W sound at the end. Bethnal. Bethnal Green.
And they brought up the subject of Cockney rhyming slang. And I was like, what the fuck is Cockney? I didn't say what the fuck. But I said, what's Cockney rhyming slang? And at one of the museums we went to, I could buy a book on Cockney rhyming slang. And it was all like up the apples and pears, dog and bone. And I was like, do people really talk like that? And they're like, oh yeah. And if you're born within the sound of the Bow Bells, you're a true Cockney. And at the time, I thought to myself,
wow,
this is amazing. Pearly kings and queens. No, I didn't think that. I did think this is kind of fucking nonsense, isn't it? Really?
And even child Alex would have been right.
Yes. Cockney rhyming slang.
Just use the language that you already have.
Oh God, just like got to get my leg out.
I mean, this is a case for many things. A lot of slang is fucking pointless. Just say words. You already have words. Just use those ones. We don't need new ones. We've got plenty. Thank you very much.
The Cockney accent. What does it say? The Cockney accent
isn't real.
Isn't real.
It probably used to be real at one point, but nowadays it's just an affectation adopted by cunts. And yes, affectation is a great way of putting it.
I think there is a point to which some people whose family grew up in a certain area, that's one thing, but it started to creep down into northern Kent.
I would say probably 2% of people who talk like Cockneys are actual historic Cockneys.
I think some people see a lot of that Cockneyism on TV and they're like, well, I'm going to talk like that a little bit, like, because there's people from Kent who talk like that, and I'm like,
yeah,
you're nowhere near it.
When I first moved to Folkestone, I was used to the rest of Kent and the accent in the rest of Kent. So when I moved to Folkestone, and I noted that they all sounded like whiny Cockneys, I was like, right.
Yeah. I don't understand why people feel the need to adopt it when they're not near it.
They're obviously dull as fuck, and they need to have something that makes them a little bit more interesting.
Kent, you say? I stand by my earlier statement. Jo, now that she's able to come along to this, I think she's making up for lost time. A lot of shots fired from Jo.
She wants to be put in the sea several times to make up for lost episodes.
Yeah. She's getting dunked.
Yeah.
The basketball. That'd be weird. Yes, I believe there are people who come, like, accents are different the world over, and I believe that, like, no one would say the Scouse accent isn't real.
No.
No one's making that shit up.
But
no one in Dorset...
Cockney isn't an accent.
No. They're just like... We're all massive Kents down in Folkestone. That is true.
Dan.
Any evening, any day, you'll find us all doing the Lambeth. What they do talk. I mean, some people do. Otherwise, how would My Fair Lady would be a terrible musical if they all spoke normally? It's like the whole purpose of My Fair Lady.
I mean, isn't it a terrible musical?
Yes. Yeah. Me and my girl made for each other. That's another one that's. Oh my fucking! What's wrong with these musicals?
Also. That's not the point of slang, which you well know. I may know that. Maybe saying words
which you well know
for comedic effect.
Now you listen to me. You listen here, Jess.
Now you know what you're doing.
You know what you're doing.
You know very well what you're doing, and I will draw attention to it and no more.
I mean, I don't use slang. I don't use Cockney rhyming slang. I've never once said, "Let's go for a Ruby." A Ruby Murray, a curry. I've never... Do you know what? Let's go for a Ruby.
Just say fucking curry. It's the same number of syllables.
Do you want to go for a...
And you don't sound like a twat.
Do you want to go for a curry?
It's a fucking curry.
Dog and bone is phone.
Right, again, more sounds than the actual thing.
So if you say, someone's on the dog for you...
Right? So if Cockney rhyming slang is a historic thing, surely it predates the phone, so you've made up dog and bone... As an afterthought, as an after effect.
As things came along. We could make our own Cockney rhyming slang now.
So unless it has a historical context, then you just made it up and it is an affectation. What's the point?
I mean, back in the day, there wasn't an internet. So you'd need something to be Cockney rhyming slang for internet or something like that. They'd need to expand it as things
became a thing.
Internet's quite a hard word to rhyme, though.
It is, yes.
Good luck with that one. But I agree. I think people I'm sure there are people who this has been handed down and they talk in it's a London accent, really, is what they're really saying.
Well, no, because there's loads of London accents.
That's true. But they're all based.
Loads of legitimate London accents. Cockney is not one of them. Basically, they want to sound like Danny Dyer because they're under the misguided opinion that Danny Dyer is cool. He is not. He is a cunt.
Correct.
And so's his fucking hopeless daughter.
Factually correct. I don't know about his daughter. I only know about... I don't
Also named Danny, but female.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah. See? He made my point for me before I even opened my mouth.
Jez and Alex is slang for cunt.
And you're spot on there. But it's easier to say Jez and Alex, isn't it?
That's true.
Probably not, actually.
What's the next one?
Okay. I don't think this one is going to get you howling.
That's so funny.
Us colourblind folk are so overlooked and misunderstood. There's Braille for proper blind, hearing aids and loops for the deaf, and even Paralympics for those less able. But Nout to assist us in choosing paint for the kitchen. Fuck you and your midnight barley.
I mean, I don't even know where to begin with this.
Give me colourblind Olympics.
How would you what would be the different, what would you get wrong if you were...
No, we would like you to run in the red lane.
Do you know what I mean? Like, the hurdles...
I can run in the grey lane, or the darker grey lane, or the slightly off grey lane. Which one would you like me to run in? The red one. Have fun. Enjoy.
I don't really understand how colourblind works, so I don't really know. But like, how many things in the Olympics will suddenly prevent you? Like, if you're swimming in the Olympics, surely, like, there's the water, there's the not water. I mean, I don't see what...
That's the thing. I think in your own controversial opinion, you might have stumbled across the reason. It's because colourblindness isn't a fucking real disability, you twat.
You just can't see certain colours, like blue looks like red or something like that, I presume.
Yeah, and it doesn't really affect your life to the same point as being deaf or blind or paralysed will.
None of the athletes are colourblind, but the refs are. Chaos.
I mean, most of the refs, especially in the NFL right now, are just straight up blind.
They've got mansplained to about colourblindness. When I'm colourblind... It's for me, it's combinations of colours. So if a green and a red are next to each other, it's
becomes red.
It's red. But if they're separate, it's fine. Does that work? I mean, I'm just kind of more interested about this than anything else. But like, if you see red on its own, it's like, yes, that's red. But if red is next to yellow, you're like, fuck.
Rallo.
So what is the person saying?
Us colourblind folk are so overlooked and misunderstood. I'll give you misunderstood.
Yes, because I clearly misunderstand
because largely nobody gives a fuck.
Green on a red background, I would just see red. Oh, it's so red!
Welcome to Don't Get Me Started, where we often just see red.
Do you need help getting around London? I was going to say, that's an area where, I mean, the colours of...
On the underground map.
Yeah.
But there's also words.
There are also words.
They don't just say go on the orange line. They also say go on the, I don't know, circle? I don't fucking know. What is the orange line? Now I've got to know.
I don't think there is an orange line.
Oh.
I mean, there's a brown line, that's Bakerloo, and yellow is circle, and green is district, or the other way around, because they're together mostly. I don't think there's an orange one. There must be by now. There's fucking loads of them. I tell you, if anyone knows the colours and the tube map is Aletha on Earth, there's an orange line.
That's true, yeah. I'm pretty sure there's an orange line. If there isn't, there should be.
Mm.
I mean, colourblind is a bit of a problem when people decide to use spreadsheets badly and colour code things by changing the colour of the cell stupid colours. Well, that's why you shouldn't manually change a cell. It should all be automatic.
Overground is orange, yeah, because it's like a womble. And that's why it's underground, overground. That's how you remember it. Yeah.
The Wombles of Wimbledon orange are we.
That's why they coloured it that colour. That's a fact.
Is it really?
Yes.
Okay, I believe you.
Thank you.
Wholeheartedly.
Never
without
question. Good. I don't want to see what this person's beef is. I mean, nobody gives a fuck about colourblind people. What's your problem?
And there it is. Fuck you. This last one I put in because I'm like, I just don't really understand why.
Why?
Controversial opinion.
Yes.
That fucking hideous thing that Fatboy Slim does in his songs, where he slows down a part and stretches it out until your ears beg for it to stop. It's a crime against music.
I have no problem with it, as it happens.
Also, Fatboy Slim hasn't been relevant for like 24 years. You could very much go about your entire life and not hear a single thing from Fatboy Slim. So in terms of real world problems, is this really one? No, just don't listen to Fatboy Slim, you twat.
They really don't like that bit. I love it. I mean, I mean, I'm not a crazy Fatboy Slim fan, but I like his
hate
music.
Fatboy Slim.
Do you?
Yeah, I can't stand it.
Wow.
But
do
also,
you not like that? You don't like any of it, regardless of the
No, I
slow
don't
down
like
bit
any
or the
of it.
normal
It is.
bit?
It is. That bit in particular is shit when she does that. Down and fuck
I'm
off.
into it. Look, even Jess's version was good. I loved it. I was like, shit me, it's happening.
Yeah, no, it's shit. But Fatboy Slim is shit. So do you know what? I just don't listen to Fatboy Slim.
Don't.
Because I would have to go out of my way to listen to Fatboy Slim or any other artist.
I'm going to play it like all the time.
I'm not
dude.
just wandering down the
Coming in
street
with a fucking-
and somebody comes in with a slow draw.
Oh.
Oosh, oosh. Yeah. My mate called him a cunt. He would be right. To be fair, he was being a cunt at a festival. Well, yeah, Fatboy Slim's going to Fatboy Slim, mate.
Where is this hatred of Fatboy Slim?
He's just
from?
shit.
He's not shit.
He's just shit.
He's
And I
not
don't
shit.
understand why people love him so much. He's just a fucking shit musician. He's not even a musician. He just pushes fucking buttons and slows things down.
Pushed your button, mate.
He's shit.
Right
Fuck
about
Fatboy
now. Funk Soul Brother. That's the bit like
Slim. That doesn't make any sense.
It's right about now.
What's he right about?
The Funk Soul Brother.
Right. Again, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Listen, just check it out now.
Why?
It's the Funk Soul Brother.
I still don't know what that is. Fuck Fatboy Slim. And finally,
D4 Damager, power to the people.
I
Back
was-
once again with the Renegade Master. D4 Damager, power to the people.
these are all just words strung together.
Back once again with, back once again with, back once again with.
Uninspired bullshit. All of it.
I'm into it.
This guy fucking... I put this one in because it was brought up earlier. And, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Doctor Who fan for over 50 years. I'm no gatekeeper, but cutesy fans who call it Docky Who can fuck right off.
I think they probably... I mean, I've never heard any...
I had not until today. I was on Twitter and a friend of mine retweeted somebody's Doctor Who art that he had labelled a little Docky Who picture. No word of a lie. The first time I saw it was today, and I didn't realise that I hated it until I saw it in context. And I was like, yeah, fuck you. That, no.
I saw it earlier. Who the fuck calls it Docky Who?
Cunts, obviously.
Pricks, yeah.
Mm.
Throw them in the sea! Put them in the sea. Let's go back to that fucking thing.
Turn them through 90 degrees. Throw them directly in the sea. Yeah, wait, hang on a minute. You know what? Fatboy Slim in the sea for a start. So
should be in the sea with platitubes.
he's in there, right? Yeah.
Throw those imaginary people in the fake sea. Yes. Dom gets it. The fake sea.
I think I might have offended Dom when I said he comes in and just causes chaos. Or
No, I think he liked that. I think he liked that. Listen, it's better to be talked about than not talked about, right? You know.
Controversy creates cash.
It does. It does. It does. It does. So fuck people who call it Docky Who, you fucking idiots.
I mean, this is already basically in the sea because it's cutesy names or shortenings.
Oh yeah.
All of
so
that
like,
is in the sea. And because you looked
like
at the
Will
thread
said.
and picked out somebody's reply.
yeah, who said hollybobs?
Yeah, like to be fair, they're probably the same kind of insufferable cunt that say hollybobs, and they would be right.
Anyone who calls it Docky Who, that should be beaten severely about the head and chest. Do you like Doctor Who, Ellie? I presume that you do because you've jumped right into it.
Americans love Doctor Who now.
Do they?
Yeah.
I remember trying to cause some just to stir shit up in my Facebook thread, on Facebook page, as it were, back when I bothered to write anything, back when anyone bothered. And I was like, I think I put in like, Buffy is better than Doctor Who, discuss. Like, just for no other reason than just to see what people said when I said Buffy is better than Doctor Who.
I mean, it's an interesting discussion, actually.
It's a bit fun. Yeah.
Should we have it right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking right.
I think
I mean, honestly.
as a microcosm,
Yeah.
in terms of looking at the same kind of length of stuff, obviously Doctor Who's been running for a lot longer.
That's
and
true.
It's still going.
That's Docky true.
But if you just look at over time, the height of Buffy and the height of Doctor Who,
Yeah.
I think Buffy's better.
I think Buffy's better. I love Buffy.
I love Buffy.
I used to be such a I mean, we know this already because of the whole Peter Davison thing, but I was such a mega Doctor Who fan when I was a kid. For me, that was the height of it. I guess for the people now, the height of it would be now, but I don't necessarily agree. But Buffy is better than Doctor Who, and that's a satisfied emoji that Ellie has put in there, I think.
Yeah,
I can't read it.
That is an emoji of complete agreement, I think. That's what that is.
Buffy is for a different demographic, but yes, better.
It's difficult to convey exactly what she means in an emoji, but I think she's done quite well in that emoji says, absolutely, Buffy is better
She's
than
done
Doctor
an
Who.
emoji picture of Willow who's in Buffy.
There's no question whatsoever.
Red hair, Alison Hannigan.
Quite a lot of words for an emoji.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's no contest.
Doctor Who hasn't got Sarah Michelle Gellar in it for a start.
Case fucking closed.
Doctor Who hasn't got Eliza Dushku in it either, so...
I mean, I'll open the case again just to close it again.
And you know, if we're going to, triple down, Doctor Who hasn't got Michelle Trachtenberg in it, so...
Shit me.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
They're like, right, we need somebody new for our series. Who can we get? How about this person? No, objectively not fit enough. Try again. Eliza Dushku, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, you've nailed that one.
She could be a Slayer.
Right in the series.
Buffy is more consistent, but there's a lot less of it. That's true. I mean, there was a long time when Doctor Who wasn't on, and I was like so unhappy when they like stopped Doctor Who.
Yeah, Doctor Who. There is a kind of weird what the fuck is going on part of Buffy though. Like season 4 is like weird, and I've got no time for it.
I was okay
with the whole like.
Was it the initiative or whatever
the
it was?
army people.
Yeah.
Like, nah,
by the way, but has Buffy got Anna Torv?
Probably.
She probably shows up at one point. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's called something like the initiative or something, a phrase like that. I can't remember what it is. It's when Riley comes in.
Yeah, I don't like Riley.
Nobody likes Riley.
Yeah.
And also the bad guy in that, I think is Adam. I think the bad guy is Adam in that. I was never a big
I also
Adam
don't
fan.
like the unbad guying of Spike.
I was okay with that, to be honest with you, but they don't half play on that one for quite a while.
It goes on a bit too much.
I just love Spike. I think Spike's great.
Yeah, Spike was better as a villain though. As like
He's
the
a great
anti-hero
villain.
rather than just the hero.
It's just what a guy. Buffy peaked with the season that included the musical. And then Willow going all apeshit.
Yeah, I wasn't so big on the Willow going a bit weird and witchy.
In a way, I wonder how
it made sense with the story, but I just
eventually they go like, let's heel turn our guys or let's face turn our guys, which is basically we just pulled up with Willow and with Spike. It's like need a bit of a face turn, we need a bit of a heel turn.
A double turn. It's difficult to pull off, but if you can do it, it's gold.
The musical is fucking amazing though.
Buffy trifecta. I mean, I'd trifecta.
I trifecta and they put me in prison
so hard. Yeah.
The musical is the only episode I've seen. Well, it's a good one. It's so good.
I'll go and watch at least the first 3 seasons of Buffy.
Yeah.
It's good. Anyway, that was controversial opinions. And I think we've just decided that Buffy was better than Doctor Who.
I think it was all just an excuse to get Willow in leather. Yeah.
I mean, when you put it that way,
yeah,
I'm down.
I want it that way.
Tell me why.
Tell me why. Okay, well, that was confessions and a little bit of random chat about Buffy.
Let me find the next button in advance.
Yes.
There it is. Right. Take it away. Where
that was controversial opinion, wasn't it?
That was controversial.
I've got them in the wrong order.
No.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. Okay, in which case...
No, you've got them in the right order. I did it in the
We
wrong
just
order.
fucking went crazy.
We do what we want.
We do what we want.
Anyway, we've kind of spoiled what's coming up next.
It's time for confessions.
Yeah.
This is your confession!
I've got...
All the other stings are working. It's just that today I fucked up when it went a bit weird.
Just reading the confessions. I mean, Willow was definitely my first lesbian crush. I mean, I can see that. Not being a woman, it'd be hard for me. I can kind of like get that.
Willow was one of the first
Like
mainstream
TV...
lesbian characters, right? So,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Not that I really pay attention to that in terms of others, but yes, that would be one that I would have in my brain. Yeah,
just like a normalized lesbian.
Yeah,
character.
just like a relationship,
not just for porn or whatever. Well, it was a bit porn.
It looks like it might be on Disney Plus. I will check it. I will check later. You still have that now that I don't have it. Unless am I still paying for that? Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Brookside did it a decade or so earlier. Yeah, but Brookside only really broadcast in Liverpool. No one else gave a fuck.
Brookside, fuck me. Confessions.
Brookside peaked after they buried that dude under the patio.
Dan has it. There you go. Well, listen. Return the favour. Send me the details because I want to watch some stuff. Right. Confessions. Always finding people to steal TV from. Nice. Well, listen, I'm always happy. I should try and steal Disney Plus because there's bits I kind of want to watch.
Maybe you should steal Dan's.
I will steal Dan's. I'm going to steal Dan's.
Joe, redeem yourself for all of this sciencey bullshit and send Alex your password for Disney Plus right now.
Confessions. When I was a kid...
lad...
There were loads of kids at school.
Well, all right. There's still fucking loads of kids now.
It's a school.
That's how schools work.
The sentence continues.
Oh.
When I was a kid, there were loads of kids at school who got into football trading cards. One day during sports, I was told to get something near the locker room. I saw a kid's binder full of some of the rarest cards. I started to build a small trading card business based off stealing other kids' cards and trading them, or sometimes even to the kids I got them off to begin with from that locker room during sports.
Would you like to buy your own card back?
Fuck me.
That's bold.
No one caught on, as it was a very timid Christian school. I was rich for a while. The school caught on and shut the whole thing down. To this day, I remember one kid pointed at me and went, "I swear that's my John Terry." The only time John Terry's ever been worth anything.
Probably.
When it was football, I really thought it was going to be American football because I don't really equate football cards, with Premiership football.
No, it's more stickers.
Yeah, stickers for us.
Premier League stickers.
Trading cards for...
baseball.
Yeah, Americans.
America.
Fucking hell. Stole a load of fucking cards off someone and started fucking selling them.
I mean, that's probably the best way to use football, soccer
this is
trading
opportunity. Cards. It just is there. Would you do... It only went a bit, Christopher. It's just there. Would you steal... If you saw that, and you're like, shit, I could steal that, and then start selling them, wouldn't you not just think they're going to know? But I don't know.
Especially if it was a small school. Yeah. I mean, I think you're a moron for thinking you can get away with it, but I do appreciate the balls.
When I pick up... This is another one, different one. When I pick up my dog's dog shit on a cold day, I cup the plastic bag with my hands to feel the moist warmth.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, who sends these in? Are these people we know?
Yeah.
Are these people... Is some of these you?
Yeah, they're from the spreadsheet.
Did you... Hold on.
Exclamation confessions. You can get the Google form to fill in to submit your own confessions.
Shit, are these people I might know?
Yes.
It's a John Terry one, someone I know.
Yes. But there are people that have watched this show and submitted confessions.
But they could have found it somewhere else on like a confession webpage.
They could have done, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
When I pick up my dog's dog shit on a cold day, at least you're picking it up. I was walking down the road and someone couldn't bother the other day. Most days. I cup the plastic bag with my hands to feel the moist warmth.
As if dog owners couldn't get any fucking worse. Honestly. Really? Even with a...
Do you know, I know it's... I worked with a woman that was very germ-phobic, but if she put rubber gloves on, she was all up in that filth. Sick, poo, mouldy stuff. But as long as she had marigolds on, she would put her hand in fucking anything. The dog's arsehole.
I mean, I've got like no problem with shit or all of that kind of thing in that, you know, I can tidy up shit. I've had a child. But
I feel genuinely nauseous.
Just why? Don't keep that shit around. Literally. What's wrong with you?
My mate was hit by a car on his way back from the shops, and a paramedic dropped his shopping at our house. When putting it away, I ate a pack of salami from it. After he returned from hospital, he asked where the salami was, and I said it must have flung out of the bag when he was hit. Yeah, that's so good. He asked. That's the best. That was a really good. I hope it's one of you that put that. That's really good. My mate was hit by a car on his way back from the shops, and a paramedic dropped his shopping at our house. When putting it away, I ate a pack of slop. Fucking 5 bits of fucking stuff. Oh, it must have. It must have flung.
Yeah. Is Dave going to make it?
Oh shit.
Oh. Well, I'll just eat it. He won't notice.
My mate, we used to go and play live action role play around each other's house. Basically, my friend had a nice big, well, his mum's house when we were younger, in Dover, in a townhouse in Dover, and we used to go and play like 12-person live action role plays, and we all had kind of cap guns and stuff like that, just plastic guns, so we could pew pew a little bit and stuff like that. And I had some really, really nice cap guns that just looked the business for whatever reason. Instead of being a shitty one, they started selling ones that looked a bit submachine gunny and really, really cool. And I bought them specifically to come across to this. And when we went along there one time, we were driving from Folkestone to Dover along the old Dover Road.
Dover Road.
Down the old Dover Road. And my friend decided to start dicking about by swerving left and right on the road at about 60 miles an hour because he was, and still is, a cunt. And we crashed because of that, because he lost control of the vehicle.
Consistent.
And
drive shit, get banged.
Yeah, we all got banged. And basically, he swerved, came off the road, the car kind of span round because it's now on its side and ended up facing the other direction. But it didn't like flip round like that. It just kind of went onto its side and went on the road off. You know, it was pretty scary shit. But like, we were all fine. And later on, I asked, and my guns were in the back, in the boot. And later on, I said, "Can I get my guns back?" And he went, "Oh no, they were like totally mangled in the crash. So yeah, just everything got thrown away because it was all smashed to bits and stuff. And it was just like really hard plastic. Can I just explain? This wasn't like fragile stuff. It wasn't gonna get broken. It was just gonna get just shuffled around a bit. And I was just like, fucking honestly.
Like, yeah, all of our soft, squishy bodies survived the crash, but these hard plastic, durable things
in a bag, in a thing.
Fuck off.
No,
mate.
Right? You acted like a cunt and almost killed us. And to add insult to whatever injury we had, you stole my shit.
You're gonna steal all of our stuff.
Now, the reason I know he stole it was because
it's fucking obvious.
Because it's fucking obvious, and he was then and is now a massive fucking liar. So yeah, fucking hell. So yeah, fucking hell. So stupid. These are good though. These are good ones. I really kind of want to know.
I like what Harmstone said. I'm assuming the shit confession was Darren, unless we hear otherwise. I think a lot of them are Darren. What's he called on Twitch now?
Dying Start.
Oh
TV.
Yeah, Dying Start TV. That's it. Yeah. Give him a follow. Tell him to stop picking up his shit and cupping it like a fucking hot water bottle.
If you want to click on that link, I presume it's the one we've got up there. If you want to confess something, feel free to
do that.
To confess it away. Confess it at all.
Yeah. There's no judgment here, except for when we're judging.
Do you know, I was just thinking about maybe we can save my Get in the Sea for another time, because I remembered I saw something. Did we put cyclists in the sea?
Oh, I put cyclists in the sea. I think around episode 50.
Because oh my God, I just can't, maybe I'll get into another time, but oh my fucking God.
The last time my father-in-law watched this show as a cyclist, he's boycotted it ever since.
I saw, I know someone was trolling. I know it's a troll. I hope it was a troll. But basically, I saw this reel where everyone's they're stopped at traffic lights, and these 5 cyclists just go through the red light and they go out from the lane. Yeah. So like it's a straight ahead and it's a right. They want to turn right. So instead of waiting in the red light queue, they just come out into the left-hand lane, go round through the red light, and then go around it, and then they go off. And whether it's true or not, then it says these people then they got them on CCTV and find them. And somebody in the comments went, "I don't understand what the problem is. The road was clear ahead, so they didn't get in anyone's way. Fucking stop being a sheep and just let people live and let
I
live.
would like to direct your attention to the highway fucking code.
And
you
is it
cunt.
just like they must be trolling?
Jesus.
But I was just like, and they were like, honestly, you can. He said you can decide things for your own mind, mate. You don't have to just follow rules blindly.
No, you literally do have to follow the rules. That's why they're there. Fuck me.
It's so crazy.
I hate people so much. Like, there's a lot of these reels where it's like, who's at fault? And with like a crash or thing. And the people in the comments, I'm just like, oh my God, please either hand in your license or kill yourself now.
Yeah.
Either is fine. Honestly, I hate people.
I don't remember the shit one before Tamsinaki. Maybe you are psychic.
I don't
think
so. That's just hideous dog ownership.
Right, DGMS Encyclopedia. Yeah, Dom, he does. I mean, Harmstone does have the, I would say, thankless task, but we are quite pleased and he loves it anyway. But yes, he does. He does write it all down because we got to a point where like we would not remember that shit.
Yeah,
really quickly. In fact,
he loves being asked. He enjoys providing that information.
So if you want to check something out, Dom, he'll
DGMS
print it off for you.
Information.
All the stuff in the fake C has been written down. Well, that's the end of Controversial Opinion, and it's 25-10.
It's also the end of Confessions.
And that too. Boom.
Yes. So shall we move swiftly forward in the around 9:30 kind of way?
Oh, I love it. We're so on time.
Into the segment we like to call, Am I the Arsehole?
Am I the asshole? No, it's the children who are wrong.
Scrumple.
I realised I was about to scrumple, and I'm like,
I'll just scrumple over the top of this thing. They've heard it before.
Now, then, always.
Royal Rumble on Saturday.
Yeah, do you know
You won't
what? Cold potatoes aren't hot. I might ask Tom if he wants to watch that. Incidentally, it's Tom's birthday today. It's not something that was particularly clear, but if you feel like you want to send at Yolfather a happy birthday in Discord, feel free. Because it's his birthday is today, but Tokyo's like 9 hours ahead, so he's effectively had it. But if you feel like doing at Yolfather happy birthday, then go for it. Because it's not something I think that everyone would have known.
If you're going to do it, say something funny like happy British birthday.
Yeah, because it's still, you've still got time. His English birthday is still happening, as it were. But yes.
Or don't, because birthdays are bullshit.
Or don't.
Right. Remind me what when. Oh yeah, you can go last. I'll go first.
Shit smash.
Does this mean I'm to expect predictions? Yes, Harmstone. It does mean you're to expect predictions. And I'm currently, touch wood and other superstitious things that are in the sea, I'm on course to get a second world championship. I'm already, obviously, the BCW world champion.
Oh, yeah.
But at the moment, I could be the main event podcast world prediction champion.
Can I just say, I think I've got the right of this now, but are we coming to the end of that competition? Does it start and end at the Royal Rumble then?
It's every quarter, so it's the big 4 pay-per-views are the end points of the prediction competition.
I see. So it's effectively 4 times a year?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Are you going to be watching the Royal Rumble? Are you going to be up watching it?
I'm going to be up watching the Royal Rumble, yes. Yeah.
Oh, well, cool. Maybe I'll come around to your house then. I won't bother buying it, because you still got...
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I've still got somebody else's WWE network. Yeah, exactly.
Much like how I'm going to get Disney Plus from down.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. Do you want to hit us with your rhythm stick?
Hit me. Am I the arsehole?
Yes.
Just thought I'd leave a pause in there to let him get that out of his system.
Yes.
And you as well. I'm sure it's coming in the chat. I'll just pause for effect.
I think Will has already said you're the arsehole. Always. Now.
Anyone else?
Forever.
Yeah. Am I the arsehole for not sharing a free meal with my anti-Instagram boyfriend?
A succulent Chinese meal?
Am I the arsehole for not sharing a free meal with my anti-Instagram boyfriend? I post my food pics from when I go out to eat on Instagram.
Nice.
That's a lot of words for I'm a cunt, but you do you. It's just for fun. I spent like 30 minutes a week on it, tops.
Okay, cool.
My boyfriend is a very sweet guy in many ways. But one thing that I'm not so much of a fan of is he often hops on the bandwagon of hating on innocent things.
Oh, this isn't going to last.
Not just not liking someone, but making sure everybody knows he doesn't even like it.
Oh. Insufferable, but carry on.
I can't help but notice a theme. Pumpkin spice lattes, pouty selfies, Taylor Swift, etc. As you can guess, he is not a fan of the food pics and thinks it's very annoying and cringe.
I'll do me, you do you.
He doesn't even follow my Insta, even though he has an account.
Fucking do one, mate.
There's a sad face here as well. Little sad emoji.
Ah.
Even though I don't have many followers, I have started getting occasional offers and invitations from restaurants in my city to try their food for free in exchange for a review.
Wow, okay.
Nothing crazy, no steak dinners so far, but I've got a few sandwiches and several baked goods.
Sounds nice.
Well, I just hit the big leagues and got invited to a new restaurant opening that includes a free appetizer, a free appetizer and entree for me and one guest. I immediately invited one of my Instagram friends, who I've gone out to eat with on several occasions.
I love where this is going. We all know. I mean, obviously we do because it's in the title. But anyway, I love it.
Who I've gone out to eat with on several occasions and who also enjoys taking food photos. I told my boyfriend, and he's pissed that I'm not taking him, and says I'm doing it out of spite.
Well, what were you doing it out of?
I really think I'm not. If the restaurant is giving me free food in exchange for a post, I'm going to put more effort into the post and spend an extra few minutes making sure that I get very good shots. And I'd rather do that with someone who isn't going to sigh and roll their eyes through the whole thing.
Right?
Also, I think it's pretty audacious, great word, of him to be actively unsupportive of an activity that hurts no one, but then also expects to benefit when it's actually successful.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't have worded it better, by the way. That's so succinct.
Like, as far as a TLDR goes, it isn't a TLDR, but that is
it.
Beautiful, beautiful closing
You
sentence.
got it.
So,
it's taking the piss is what it is, mate. You say it's fucking taking the... Your boyfriend's taking the piss.
I prefer audacious. It's a much better word.
Piss take.
So, am I the arsehole for not sharing a free meal with my anti-Instagram boyfriend?
I mean, no. I mean, like, honestly, you say he's very, very sweet in many ways. I'd like to know what those ways are.
It would be good to know specifics. Otherwise, why the fuck are you with this guy?
It's just like, you want to do a thing where you take photos. Like you say, it's harming nobody. He probably does some shit with harming nobody. You don't go on it. Don't, like Duncan will say, don't yuck someone's yum, which he, by his own admission, feels is a bit of a cringy thing to say. But the point is made.
I ratify this statement. It's a nice little sentence, though.
It's like, you know, just live and let live. Don't yuck people's yum. If they want to do the thing, just let them do it. I know
Also,
part of this show is to take the piss a little bit, but like...
Just support your friends, partners, family. Just support people in the things that they do. It's not difficult.
Yeah. So if you're doing a thing, especially if it's free, it's just like, she needs followers. And this is fucking annoying me, actually. She's doing this thing enough that she's got enough traction that people have said, will you take photos of our stuff? So there's some traction building. And you're like, nah,
I'm not going to follow.
I'm not going to fucking follow you. Right. Fuck off then. Honestly. That's really crappy, I think.
It is.
But they're probably quite young. This is the behavior of a young guy who are not necessarily, not exclusively, but it's a young guy's kind of, it's more important to be right in my principles, right, than nice. It's more important to stick to my principles than be kind. And there's loads of people like that. So fuck you, man.
Like, it doesn't matter whether you like it or not. Just like the page and mute it or whatever.
Or you're gonna
just support your fucking girlfriend, you troll.
Or you're gonna like getting your dick not sucked, frankly. Basically.
Was that like a triple negative? That would hurt.
Listen,
you're going to like
not
getting your dick not sucked. I'm like,
oh shit, I think she's sucking his dick. Double negative is proof positive.
This like Schrodinger's dick. I don't know whether it's being sucked or not.
Schrodinger's dick. Schrodinger's dick is being sucked and not sucked.
Oh, this hurt me. Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh, can I put something in a C? How do I do that?
You wait until next week because you missed your chance. That's what you do, Dom.
You really want to put something in a C now? Wait. We'll have to leave it. But hold on to that thought. Put it in the Discord. Remind us.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Send us an email.
If my partner didn't follow me, I would be upset, even if I never posted anything. Like, just like, okay, sits on hands. Yes, it's bad form, old chap, and just unnecessary, spiteful, crappy behaviour. Bad boyfriend. And
who's a bad boyfriend?
Who's a bad boyfriend?
Who's a bad boyfriend?
Whose relationship isn't going to last? Your relationship. Yeah, and when she's really in the big leagues, and she's got thousands and thousands of followers.
Like when McDonald's ask her to do some reviews or something. You ain't getting a fucking trip cheese, mate.
It's only going to take. It's only going to take a guy being nice to her, going, "That's so fucking wicked," to remind you that you're not.
There's absolutely no penalty for just not being a cunt in this situation.
Yeah.
But you have chosen to go out of your way to be an asshole.
You ain't going to be loving it. You better believe it.
Absolutely not. Well.
Oh, you better put a thing.
I will put a thing.
Say a thing.
Am I the asshole for not sharing a free meal with my anti-Instagram boyfriend?
No.
No, not the asshole. Take the other person that you'd like to fuck, because this guy ain't worth it.
Yeah. Okay. The last one, as we come close to 10 o'clock, which is good. Nicely timed. Am I the arsehole?
I expect that you are, but I will wait further evidence.
For judgment. Am I the arsehole for not choosing a vegan restaurant for my birthday, even though sister-in-law won't be able to attend? Okay, so... Am I the arsehole for not choosing a vegan restaurant for my birthday, even though sister-in-law won't be able to attend? So presumably... Well, let's not presume anything.
There's no need to presume. We have all the context you could ever need.
Let's read it and find out.
Nope, fuck them vegans.
Fuck them vegans.
I mean, that is our default here on Don't Get Me Started, but let's hear them out.
But we're in veganuary.
It's true.
If ever there was a time to be into vegans, it's now. So my brother, M39, is very, very angry with me, F40. I love how she leans into this like she's so my brother, like it's an episode of Curb.
Pull up a chair.
Yeah, so my brother.
Allow me to tell you a tale.
M39.
It's a tale of how fucked off my brother is.
How very angry.
This is a story all about how.
I was wondering why we were talking about. Oh yeah, I remember. It's because you went to Wales. So my brother M39 is very, very angry with me. F40.
You said angry.
I know. As I was doing it, my mouth just went
very, very angry.
Angry. Wouldn't like it when I'm angry. He has been with his fiancée F25 for 2 years, and since then, every family gathering with them, including every family.
Jesus Christ.
This doesn't happen very often. Angie.
Like, this one's definitely going on TikTok, so don't fuck this one up.
Okay, don't worry. Okay.
Try it again.
I'm going to do it right.
From the top.
So my brother is very, very angry with me. He has been with his fiancée for 2 years, and since then, every family gathering, with them included, has been 100% vegan.
Sounds awful.
And the reason is that his fiancée can't be around meat. Okay. Honestly, I never found it an issue. I love vegan foods, and I don't believe one vegan meal would kill you. We have had one vegan Christmas at my parents'. The other Christmas they celebrated with her family. Anyway, not all were indifferent about that, as I was, and I heard gossip and complaints.
Gossip.
I heard some gossip. I just usually grab some popcorn. What, when there's gossip and complaints?
Word on the street is that this vegan's a cunt.
What? Overrated! Unfortunately, the drama this time is about me. I'm turning 40 in 2 weeks, and I have made reservations in a restaurant. I sent the invitations. My brother immediately answered... God, of course he does. Of course he does. Of course he does. My brother immediately answered that I have forgotten the rule.
Oh, fuck off. The rule.
You've forgotten that you don't get to decide things. We decide.
Yeah, you've forgotten that everybody has their own individual free will, and we don't cater to the whims of cunts.
Excuse me, you seem to have forgotten the rule that we decide it's only vegans, so you must have overlooked the rule. Oh, God, fuck you.
I've just noticed from Townsend, I'm celebrating chocolate orangery, which is incredible.
Oh, are you? I'll help you celebrate that. My brother immediately answered, I had forgotten the rule. On further inquiry, he explained that the restaurant wasn't vegan. I said that I knew that, but that it had vegan options that looked delicious.
Right, yeah.
Wow, they even went to the point of actually finding something that did have those options on it.
Yeah, I mean, find something that has vegan options, fine. What's the problem?
One of my closest friends is vegan too, and I put her and sister-in-law in mind when choosing, but most importantly, I put myself in mind. Correct, by the way. I mean, it's your fucking birthday, and a big one. And I really like the restaurant. Like, mate, you don't have to justify this shit at all. Just say, it's my birthday.
And I'll eat if I want to.
Yes, where I want to. And if you're not there, I don't care. He called me angry.
Angie.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry, he said. He called me...
Just going to do some corrections.
Angry and yelling, telling me they always knew I didn't like her. They were correct. What gave that away, I said. What are you talking about? Of course I like your fiancé. Look, with 2 E's. You know we're talking about it. Do you remember that? It was literally last week.
No, I don't remember it.
What are you talking about?
Wait, why did one E have an affectation and the other one didn't? Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Fucking fiancé is a shit word.
I know.
Just say
yes.
Partner.
I don't know what to say. What are you talking about? Of course I like your fiancé. Now family is in the middle. Siding with me versus little bro.
They've got popcorn this time.
That's me eating popcorn.
Vegan popcorn.
His fiancé is very upset at him as well as at me. Why is he getting some shit? He's the one going into bat for you, even though he shouldn't. And saying, I never liked her. Even told him that she couldn't be with him if his family hated her like that. So he is very angry.
Mate, you got to get out of jail free card here. Get the fuck out. Quick.
Yes. Oh, no.
Mate.
They don't really? Like you.
Oh, I'm so... sorry, honey. There's nothing I can do. My family just don't like you. Yeah, we probably should call it quits here. Where's that bacon sandwich I made 10 years ago?
And that would be enough to get rid of it. She'd be like, I don't know what... Oh, just eat some bacon. Even told him that she couldn't be with him if his family hated her like that. So he is very angry and telling me I am ruining his relationship. I mean, I don't even know where to start on this, but like something that...
My family like you, just not as much as bacon.
Yes.
Which is...
She's not ruining your relationship. She's not responsible for your relationship. There's only 2 people in your relationship. It's nothing to do with everybody else. There's always somebody else's fault. It's not my fault. Somebody else's fault. Fucking hell. But aside from any of this, it's so shit. We all know it's shit.
So here's the thing. Like, I totally respect somebody's personal choice to be a vegan. But it is that. It is a personal choice. At no point are you allowed or entitled to push that choice onto somebody else.
No.
So the rule of whenever I'm here, we can only eat at wholly vegan restaurants because I can't even be around.
And she's going to be there a lot, right? Because she's part of the family.
Yeah.
Like, it says here, like, since every family gathering with them included, has been 100% vegan. But, like, it's going to be all of them, right? Because it's the brother and his fiancée. So she's going to turn up at any family gathering.
Other than the one where they go to her family, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Maybe they should just suggest they go to her family a lot more.
But
do you, Jez? Really? I mean, respect is probably a strong word, but you get my point.
I mean, she picked a place that has vegan dishes. So, like,
yeah,
it went further and above and beyond what you'd expect most people to do. You know, but like, listen, I'm trying to be cool. It's for my friend and my sister-in-law, or, you know, soon to be sister-in-law. So I'm trying to put something in there. She's like, oh no, it has to be only vegan.
Yeah, this whole notion of I can't be around meat
is super extra, and
just
you can fuck off.
Fuck all the way off.
Yes,
all the way.
Stop being ridiculous.
Yeah. The world does not revolve around you.
Yes. 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 Fuck off.
That's what I said when I saw a bacon sandwich.
Yes.
Yes!
Yes. Give me the bacon and put it in my mouth.
It is your right to be a twat if you want to be. It is my choice to avoid you like the plague.
Yeah, like, we all make decisions about stuff. If you don't want to come, that's fine. But that's the thing. It's like, if you do that, you're like, I can't go to that because I have this made-up reason. It's like, okay, well, I guess I won't see you there.
See, here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Social gatherings, I can't go to them anymore if there's a risk that there might be some Fatboy Slim playing. No. The rule, Alex.
Oh.
No Fatboy Slim.
Do.
It's like you don't respect my personal choice whatsoever. I'm deadly serious. No Fatboy Slim.
I want to keep singing. I'm trying to think of more Fatboy Slim.
You could literally just hum a tune and I wouldn't know whether it was Fatboy Slim or not. Yeah, see? That sounded like Fatboy Slim to me.
I'm trying to think of that. Praise You is the one that's in my brain, actually. It's not even my favourite. Got a good video.
They're all the same.
I need to
Praise You Like I Should.
I need to praise you like I should.
Is that one of Eminem's names? He's only got one. That's Slim Shady, Stephen. He's Slim Shady. No,
The real Slim Shady. He does have another name.
All these other Slim Shadys are just imitating. Do you mean Marshall Mathers?
I do. So I need to say the thing. It didn't say am I the arsehole. Am I the arsehole? Am I the arsehole for not choosing a vegan restaurant for my birthday, even though my sister-in-law won't be able to attend? No, you're not the arsehole. You're just doing what you want to do.
What's that? She can't attend? Oh dear. What a pity. Never mind.
I'd
I'd like to praise you like some
food.
Okay, I'll give you that. But Dom, you are forgetting the rule.
The golden rule.
No Fatboy Slim.
No Fatboy Slim.
If something is that big a problem for you, then you can politely decline the invitation. You don't get to ruin it for everyone else. Have you met vegans? Like, any of them?
You must like that one. Weapon of choice. Come on, weapon of choice. Have you seen the weapon of choice video? Even if you watched it on silent, it's got Christopher Walken. Works better for this music though.
Which is the one with Mr. Wazzo in it?
I think that's.
It's the Gordon the Gopher looking motherfucker.
Isn't that by Mr. Wazzo? Is Mr. Wazzo the DJ? I don't actually know Mr. Wazzo.
It looks like Gordon the Gopher, but it's not.
I know the one you mean, and bizarrely, it came up not so long ago, and I just literally didn't remember it because it was on an advert.
That one's good on mute because it's got Mr. Wazzo in it.
Mr. Wazzo, you're a weapon of choice. You better believe it.
Because the puppet goes and vibrates really quickly.
Yes.
I'm not even sure that's Fatboy Slim, but it sounds
not
like
Fatboy
Fatboy
Slim.
Slim. Okay, well, they're all Fatboy Slim.
Everything's
Any shit song is Fatboy Slim. Okay? You heard it here first. Any song that you can think of that's shit, it's Fatboy Slim. Think of a shit song.
All songs have disappeared from my head.
Excellent. They're all by Fatboy Slim.
I looked him up. It's that bloke out of the house. It is the bloke out of the house, Martins. That is a fact. That's true. It's Happy Hour again. Agadoo by Fatboy Slim. Agadoo. That's how it goes. I think I did know that once upon a time, but I've forgotten it. Yeah, it's one of those things that
I'd like to argue like I do.
I don't know, we're kind of into this. We should probably wrap up and go. It is practically 10 o'clock. Thank you very much for joining us for the 149th episode of Don't Get Me Started. We'll be back next week with the 150th with lots of very special shit that we're definitely going to plan.
With something.
But I'll tell you what there won't be, and there'll be no Fatboy Slim.
Testify.
Outset.